Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Cube 2. Let's continue. So we have one more puzzle that we need to do to turn on the second reactor. I suppose what I'm expecting once we have all three reactors turned on is that we will have a final puzzle section that's a little bit more complicated. Maybe we'll even unlock yet another gameplay mechanic. The thing I have yet to see is the yellows. There's been like no yellow pieces, and that might be a good thing though. Would there be any reason why I would want to jump on that? I don't think so. Not right now, at least. So we want to find a way to move this. And I think that moves with the switch. So this is coming back to that idea of when you see a horizontal wall, you can jump over it, compared to if you see a full wall, that's something that might be disabled later, but it's not a focus right now. Alright. So now that I've moved it, I can just fling this, and that opens that way. But I believe I also want to step off onto this, and then I cannot interact through the shields. Interesting. That we've learned a new property from this. Alright, so that'll move that direction. Again, if I could get it to fling me a little bit further, I'd be out the door. Any puzzle game like this does have that weird feel where, oh, I guess I can jump over these. Well, in that case, no, I think I'm fine where I am. So you can jump over both walls. I guess maybe the lesson to learn is to look to jump over this wall before you jump over that wall. Right, that will be in the way. Yeah. I did screw this up. Because I pulled that one out, and then that's going to move that back that direction. Which means I'm probably going to have to do this whole puzzle a second time. Yeah. Well, I know this part's right. So, and I can't do it over this fence. So, am I supposed to hit this and then just try and run as fast as possible this direction, hit this, and yeah. Because I need that powered over there. And then I need to figure out a way to get over here so I can interact with this. And there's only one thing One green cube. Would be nice maybe later on if we unlocked a second green cube that we could use, and then you'd have 2 green cubes. Although maybe at that point you don't use the same color mechanic. Right. There's possibly something here that could be done where I could stand on this. But not in this puzzle. And once you're at this point, you really can't do anything. This one's got me confused. This order seems out of order. It seems like there really shouldn't be a way for me to do this. Like, I know I solved the puzzle. I got that far. This flings me over here. I barely made it over there. Unless this cube will actually just interact with... No, it won't even roll that far. Okay, maybe I do this. I go over here. I use this cube. That's what I do. I jump up to this point. Now I can fling it. Now it'll start moving. While it's moving, I can put it over where it needs to be. And then just jump. And then just fling. So that was a little bit more parkour than puzzle. And here we're getting rumbling
again. Emma, do you think this whole structure is some form of machine?
I don't know. The object that was going to collide with Earth, we thought it was a vessel, but after being on it, it was totally empty. Like it was a self-sufficient machine.
I guess we'll find out soon enough when the last third is powered. I hope this works.
Me too, Millie.
I wonder if it's possible that the black cubes are humans and thus the humans are blocking the way. Although, why paint a target on it then? Like, there still is a high suspension of disbelief you have to have that when playing any puzzle game. Because obviously there are elements here just for the puzzle. Taking a lot of falls. I would have liked to see them have a smoother landing or going down process. Since I have this fancy spacesuit on anyways, maybe some retro thruster sound effect and it just lands you on your feet without you falling all the way to the ground and experiencing that longer animation. That is one of the nuances certainly of developing animations, is that you're potentially going to see them hundreds of times. Again, the power cord switches from one side to the other. It seems almost like they mandated that the power cord should be on the right at the top of elevators, and then there was miscommunication and the power cords are on the left of the other elevators, of the lower parts of elevators.
Only one more reactor to power.
Again, if the camera had taken control and shown me that, that would have been nicer. These are not lighting up or anything, nor is what's on the screen lighting up. So, where's this power cord going? Isn't this the way we came in? Well, we fell in through this hole. Yeah, that's where we came in. I honestly wouldn't mind if, after doing this section, we were only halfway through the game. If we were a third of the way through the game, maybe then it gets a little too long. But halfway would be fine. I do also want to say this game running in DirectX 12, since it's a 2018 game, is running my video card through its paces somewhat. I'm not seeing any visual glitches or problems. I'm just hearing that the fan is actually on, which is a rarity considering how rarely I'm actually playing a game that's modern. But hopefully the microphone's not picking up any of that. I doubt it will. It's probably picking up a lot of the controller. I don't have a great way of... I've yet to figure out a way to fix that. Although there probably is a pretty easy way to fix it. There are mic blockers that I could install. Just haven't gotten around to purchasing one. You do have some weirdness in recording audio as a YouTube streamer, in that you have a computer and keyboard and mouse and controllers that might make noise. Plus, you also, one thing you might not consider is just the massive amount of heat a PC might be putting out in a room, so then you end up needing a fan or air conditioner, which can also then add noise. But that's kind of late tier YouTuber stuff. You really don't have to worry too much about it. Your audio quality doesn't suffer terribly. Alright, well, at this point, magnetic cage closed is being undone as a competitor. There was magnetism in the first game, though, so it's not a huge surprise. What we should see is, what does this do? Flings that away when it's blue, and what does that do? It just attracts to it immediately, and it flings it away a little bit better otherwise. Right. I don't fully get the color scheme on this, but okay. Red to pull, blue to push. When red blocks actually push things away most of the time, and blue, well, I guess the blue blocks also push things away. So maybe there's some kind of idea there, although I think maybe you just get away from the red or blue color scheme and you go for like maybe even gold and silver or something. Something more complicated or different. Doesn't really have to be more complicated, it just has to be different. There we go. Bounce that up. We'll switch that to push. You can see the waves give you a nice indicator. I screwed that up. Try that again. I need to do this in 2 steps, not 1. Because I need to be standing on the cube when it's shot upward so I can jump off of it. Now we can see the red walls to indicate we're in a different area. This isn't going to be something that feels like it would work in a previous part of the game, though. Unless we just get upgrades to our gauntlet that lets us add fans, add magnetism, add rotating and moving of walls. It still feels like we would very much just be limited. Right. That does not work. So we'll start with this. We'll come over here. Well, we might as well pull that out just to see. Yep. So, yeah, we got that. And that opens the door to the next section. The thing that a puzzle system like this probably wouldn't be teaching a computer, an artificial AI, like, this is how you get around the human world, because this is so simplistic and such a simplified idea that I don't think that would help anything. Right, let's see. Alright. So now when I put that there. I guess maybe I'm supposed to be doing something on this. There's a button over here. Was I supposed to just shoot it that way first? I guess maybe I was. Let's try this again. I fling it that way, it does nothing. So maybe this time it is. Fling, fling, and it does hit that. Okay. Fling, fling. That's not what I was going for. There we go. So now that we can hit this one-time button, it's a blue one-time button, so it is just going to put up that direction. Okay. I can't jump on this a second time and move this back. So I think I may have made a mistake here. I think what I need to do is this. I think I need to take the ride myself. And then we're just gonna fling myself that direction. Didn't feel like that worked. And this cube is actually clipping through that. Interesting. Oh, so you have to sequence it. You can't have it grab it. Well, that puzzle has left me a little confused about the preserved momentum of cubes. It seems like they do preserve them when they're connecting a couple of magnets, and they lose them if you stop the process by locking something down. So I'll have to try and figure out the right way to manipulate that. There's literally nothing here. So right. I guess that's my ship. I can't bump into these, so I guess that was my way up. That feels like something that could have been a little bit more difficult than necessary. This might be a good example of a place where if the entirety of the game had some creatures of some sort, or even leaves flowing up and down, there might be a little bit of an indicator if something was happening there. That really just worked its way. I can't get up there and hit that switch yet. So what I would like to do is, see, there's this hallway on that side. So I'd like to be able to reach that hallway. It doesn't seem super doable though. Like, I can jump down there, but this needs to be powered. This doesn't feel like a timing metric. And there's a way over there. So I think I probably could jump down this way, use the fan's momentum to get all the way up here. I don't know if that does anything. Yeah, that just puts a cube. I suppose this is in line with this, so there must be a solution here. So let's see what this does. Oh, well, guess it does that. I jumped and I think that was a mistake. Alright, well, we'll use that to our advantage. It does not get bumped, but it bumps us. Again, it feels like You really should be able to just jump up here, but I think even if you did, you'd just run into an invisible wall. Right. So let's move this over this direction. Oops. Is that gonna work? No, I think I probably am gonna have to start it over again. There you go. That's a nice clean cycle. Alright. Now that moves the other wall. And then switch that to that and jump down here. And we're through. Good.
You said that someone else destroyed the object. Who were they?
Great.
Some other scientist or military personnel that we sent.
Why did they send individuals? Why not teams?
To increase our chances, each would jump to different parts of the vessel, transported.
What, like teleported?
Yes, some people lost their memory in tests. Others went mad. A portion were fine, of course. It was difficult to predict.
Is that what happened to me? I mean, how long have I been out for?
I don't know how long we've both been asleep, Millie. And yes, it's possible. Hopefully your memories will come back.
So now we have to have faith, which was talked about a lot in the first game, and none of that's been said at all, which is probably a smart move, frankly, because faith as a concept is a kind of hot button topic. There's no laser here so that this power cord can go through this, which then makes it feel like the power cords and the lasers were added secondary to the building. So yeah, we have to believe in teleporters, which then why at the end of the first game did we need to get into an escape pod? And better question, why did the escape pods, why are we told that escape pods are the things that potentially brought us here? We've been given two different possible solutions as to why we are wherever we are, assuming where we are is an alien planet and that this isn't just Earth. So yeah, teleporters also don't make a lot of sense that you would have to get really, really high. It feels like if you could just escape anywhere on the surface of the planet, you should be able to get to that person, unless you're saying that there's a bunch of radiation or noise in the atmosphere, and then these kind of blue skies don't really imply that either. Here's an example of a hallway that has been nicely architecturally designed but then has kind of no use, and it's just here to either hide a loading section or give us something to do while the conversation was happening. Well, it's been another 30 minutes. I don't want to run into another puzzle. We're on chapter 7, The Edge. I don't feel like any of these chapter names are really spoiling anything. And yeah, everything is just going nice. This is like a lovely Sunday afternoon stroll through a game where I'm not getting frustrated, not dealing with janky controls, not doing anything that Magnetic Cage Close did, which was just consistently killing you and annoying you and calling you a criminal and calling the main character you're playing as a criminal and just taunting you. Even in Portal, when you were being taunted, it was written so expertly that it proved a motivator. I imagine there may have been a small percentage of people who played Portal and said they didn't like that GLaDOS was making fun of you, but but I imagine that percentage was insignificantly small considering how well received the game was. And Portal is a great example of like the first 3D puzzle platformer game that was widely accepted since potentially Super Mario 64. Like maybe some of the other Super Mario games, and even in the Super Mario games, you're not purely doing puzzle platforming games. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me any further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.